I watched 25 through 28 of The Great Ideas of Philosophy. I concur, the reality is spiritual experience. And on March 26th, I also watched program 25 through 28 of The Great Ideas of Philosophy. Meditated with the Enochian Key 5, 8:28 to 8:40 a.m. Ginger, representing healing. Peppermint, representing tranquility. Ceteria hortensis, representing virility. You know, I learn things and then I forget things, so I don't know what that is. A mercury. Was it the weird herb that I don't think I've got since? That tiny little seed-like thing from the Asian store? I read Surah 61 with its translation to my father. We talked about that one. Read volume 31, issue 3 and 4 of Submitter's Perspective. I listened to Sayyid Abu Alala Maududi, Surah 5 and 6. Friday, it was 7 and 8. And on both days, I obviously watched programs 25 through 28 of The Great Ideas of Philosophy. And Somniferum Papaverum, so an opium scent offering representing consolation. I don't know, maybe I needed to relieve pain, or maybe it was just, some poppy seeds as an incense, not enough to relieve pain. But so we have, there is. Oh, maybe it's. No, I don't think that's the California poppy or something, although the California poppy will cause you to fail a drug test and can become intoxicating in high enough of a dose. Anyways, Enochian Key 19, author 6. The 6th, 7:38 to 9:11 a.m. 9:16 to 11:49 a.m. It was the 6th Enochian Key. 9:17 to 9:27 a.m. It was the 7th Enochian Key. But that was a Saturday. Okay. I read Vohuk Shatragatha and Vahishtoish Gatha. Okay. And the higher criticism of the Gathas, criticism of the Gathic pantheon, grouping of the associations. Okay, that is something that you'll find on my channel. You'll find, if I survive, and there continues to be Zoroastrian material to go over, you're going to find some of that on my channel, right? Gentleness is a symbolism of lemon balm. I grow lemon balm, by the way. I watched The Witch Doctor is in episode 4 of season 1, Vampires. Now, there's psychic vampires, there's people who feed on blood, but as far as some being with respite, we're not even talking about physical vampires, but we look at number 52 of the Goetia, and that's where you find vampires. 25 through 28 of The Great Ideas of Philosophy, Revealed Mysteries of the something. Listen, Sayyid Abu Alala Maududi, Surah 9 and 10, 11, 12, and 13 the next day, 25 through 28 of The Great Ideas of Philosophy. Watch that again. Drive Out Interference, Espalathus, Nearis. I'm not sure what that Mars of Fire scent was exactly, other than that's the name. So we have Enochian Key 8, 10:22 to 10:34 a.m. Okay, development of Zarathustra, critical results, Zarathustra's personal significance, the significance of the Zarathustra, familiar Zoroastrian phrases. So that program was read then. And so we're going to move on to April. But before we move on to April, we're going to see that there was a lot of programs from Farid and Rasti's channel that I wanted a record of, that I had listened to him. I don't know why it's not recording right, but and one doesn't just want to listen to chapters and religious songs and stuff. One wants to, practice them. One wants to be able to understand. Now, listening to things in the original text and languages and seeing the patterns, yeah. Sometimes we don't have the original languages. It appears the Zoroastrian tradition predated Abraham, and it probably predated the 1700 BCE Avesta that we have, because it seems that some parts of it seem to have older roots. It may go back 8,000 years or something, like some people will say it goes back. Well, I mean, that there is evidence that it could go back that far, but it's pre-Abrahamic. Whether Abraham was the 31st century BCE or whether he was 1800 BCE, the Bible makes clear in the book of Genesis that the Keshtim, the people who performed the Kushti, the Zoroastrians as we would call them, existed before Abraham, and Abraham encountered a race of them. So his religion got diluted, and it went through revivals and revivals and revivals. And but a lot of this is very authentic and whatever. Okay, I guess we're still in March 30th. I read page 1 through 60 of 40 hadiths. What's the plural of hadith? But S is not a plural of any Arabic thing. You don't add an S to thing. On poisonous social habits, with short commentaries by Yahya and D. Okay, so we need to remember that one of the 4 poisons of the heart is bad company. You can't deny. And so what are the other poisons of the heart? We have the media, or where you look, or however you define that. Unrestrained expression. And not being careful with what you eat. And by the heart, I mean your emotional character, that sort of thing. But, these things can be bad for your regular heart, too. A lot of people, they die. Oh, Ondigo is this guy's last name. A lot of people die when they get old because they can't hear too well, and then 40 decibels or louder is hard on their heart. So if they don't live in a place where they got to be quiet to a certain degree, they listen to loud TV all day long and drive their blood pressure up. Again, it's the same. It's not. That's why brushing off your shoes, or taking off your shoes, or cleaning off your shoes, or something before going in the house, and not having to use the vacuum as much. I mean, like, to the point of vacuuming once instead of you can vacuum every couple days, every 2-3 days, and your place is typically not going to be as clean as if you vacuumed once a month. So, aside from saving yourself the effort, there's things like that. And, it's a lot more comfortable to prostrate onto a carpet or something if the carpet is clean. Okay, so Wisdom temples. Okay, Sunday. Okay. Wisdom temples, spiritual cities and guides, a brief history by Harold Klemp. Sunday on something 15. Okay. Saturday the 4th. Oh, okay, maybe. Yeah. 9:58 a.m. to 12:02 p.m. Enochian Key 19, Author 7. 8:45 to 9:56 a.m. on the Friday the 3rd. We had Sunday the 5th. Sunday the 5th. That's why I put that there. Okay. 8:45 to 9:56 a.m. Enochian Author 19. I mean, Key 19. Vumd Af Zid. So that would be Author 8. Orange scent offering representing love. Love is a very common symbolism of plants, more common than a lot of meanings. In the Islamic tradition, it's said that if you're going to get married, give the woman some fruit. At least be able to get together a handful, double handful of food to give her. So that can be said to be a minimal dowry. Enochian Key 9. 10:34 to 11:35 a.m. I listened to Sayyid Abu Alal Maududi, Surah 14 through 16. And aside from the 25 through 28 of the Great Ideas of Philosophy, which I would have watched every single day, for 10 days, probably. Can possession shapeshift your gender? Inside my magical temple. So those are EA Quetting videos that I watched. I made my way through his whole channel. Since I made my way through his whole channel of videos, they have closed the comments to a couple of them, I think. If he gets arrested again and has to make a comment and feels like he has to make a comment on it, I wouldn't be surprised if they closed the comments again. But so Tuesday, something performing rituals inside a desert cave, and the Circle of Solomon, forbidden rituals of Haitian Voodoo. Another equating thing. I can move with things, I can respond to things, I can understand things. Am I saying that something is of spiritual authority just because E.A. Quetting said it? No, I'm probably going to have to look somewhere else to see if there's other voodoo mention of something, other Norse mentions of things. I listened to, or whatever, I listened to Sayyid Abu Alal Maududi, Surah 17 and 19 on that Tuesday. Jasmine scent offering representing brightening disposition. Enochian Key 19, Author 9. 11 a.m. till 12:59 p.m. Okay, then I would have just got up and left after that, I think. I read Gathic Dictionary, Avestan Grammar, History of Zoroastrianism by Menakji Nustervan Dalla, PhD, Lahat, Priest, page 1 through 57. No. So sorry if I'm moving about too much. I listened to Sayyid Abu Alal Maududi, Surah 21 through 23. Enochian Key 19, Author 11, 9:38 to 10:42 a.m. I, in general, try to do at least an hour of Enochian meditation a day. Sometimes I'll fall asleep, sometimes I won't. It doesn't matter. I don't worry about, oh, you're going to fall asleep and you're... It's like, yeah, I don't fall asleep if it's not part of ritual. I mean, I literally, I don't think a single time this century I've not fallen asleep if it wasn't part of a ritual. Jasmine scent offering representing dreams. Passiflora. Kaurula. Passion flower. Point shade. So I watched the Great Ideas of Philosophy 25 through 28. Okay, another EA co-editing program. Should black magicians embrace white magic? Well, white and black magic isn't righteousness or evil, or you can't think of it that way. Word debated premiere of the complete works of EA co-editing. Some of his books have become quite valuable. His releasing of paperback edition has kind of taken some of the, because I think it's knocked down some of the value of some of the ones that weren't available. But the PDFs is some of the programs cost more than people are willing to pay of books of that size. So, but it's people's choice what they do with things once they have them, or whether they think it's worth having in the first place. I listened to so that was Wednesday the 1st, and Thursday the 2nd. I listened to Sayyid Abu Alal Maududi, Surah 24 through 26, Enochian Key 12, 11:11 to 11:18 a.m. Or is it 19 a.m.? Sage scent offering representing clairvoyance. Don't think that, oh, I've lit sage. Never burning sage because the ghosts are my friends. I mean, actually, if you're going to treat the sage as a god, it may open, it may open spiritual possession from beings that say, oh, well, if he worships one thing, well, but remember the herbs, the power is in you for what you use. Don't forget that. Passion flower. Fivefold mark. Jasmine, fertility. Red Surah 27 with the Muhammad Assad translation. Is it Assad? Assad? Because I think it's not a, but I don't remember what it looks like. I think they should have bilingual titles so you can be sure to pronounce people's names right. But bilingual text is, of course, the more important factor of the explanation and the truth behind zombies. National Geographic, the head of John the Baptist, My Quest for Godhood, Mona Magic interviews EA co-editing, and I have at least a couple more sets of ideas of interviews to do with EA co-editing. So, I out myself and debunk my own famous laws of magic. Law of magic, okay. Another EA co-editing one. Unchain your godlike omnipotence. Now, obviously we're limited in power. We're limited in presence. We're limited in knowledge. And no matter what we do, we probably should be realizing that we're becoming, the more we are realizing that we are limited, the more of power, presence, and knowledge that we have. So these three godlike powers, you know, it's basically a phrase of arrogance, but isn't okay. Isn't the one of the key points of Satanism the curses? I mean not the curses, is the pride in yourself, to raise yourself to the point where you're treating yourself as a god, even if there's higher gods, or you're putting yourself as one of them, or autodeism for the atheist type, but it's not necessarily even called autodeism. But anyways, unchain your god. Okay, the most evil curse I ever use. Something warning. I'll watch 25 through 28 of The Great Ideas of Philosophy. I catched a demon on film. Oh, did I catch a demon on film? You decide. He doesn't do too many more, since e-quitting took off, he doesn't do too many of those videos because, well, at the very least, they're rather explainable. I mean, if the jinn are metaphysical, you're not going to catch them on a film, I'm sorry. The Devil's Stone, so on the Friday, 29 through 32 of The Great Ideas of Philosophy, 2nd edition. The Devil's Stone Revealed, an e-quitting program. The first time I evoked a demon to physical appearance. E-quitting program. Eating 5 grams of mushrooms to heighten magic ritual. He should do a variety of drug-related videos like that. I don't know, snorting cocaine to visit the heavens, or I don't. Anyways, because that's the most recent illegal one that he's admitted to using. The ultimate tool for performing ritual magic. He had criminal charges for that, so it wasn't like it was a secret to begin with. But I evoke Lucifer's dark twin, and he listens to me. Warning: evil chief Adrelamech reveals how to kill your enemies. In your own head. And infamous Black Sun exercise for climbing the tree of death. I read Surah 28, the message of the Quran, translated and explained by Muhammad Assad. The Saturday it was Surah 29. Surah 30 on the Sunday. And okay, what else did Syed Abu al-Maududi, Surah 27 through 29, is what I listened to on the Friday the 3rd. And on the 4th, let me make sure that I've got this in frame. I listened to Syed Abu al-Maududi, Surah 30 to 32. The next day it was 33 to 35. I watched 29 through 32 of The Great Ideas of Philosophy. Same thing with the next day. I unveil the Holy Grail of evocation. The greatest secret of evocation. I think I've done a video like that, but shorter, and I'm not worried about making it over the 5-minute mark. If I have a video that's less than 30 seconds, I'm going to do that video. If I have a video that's over 3 hours, I'm going to do that video. Physical evocation of spirits. An interview with Nate Bales. I ask Azazel, are you real? He answers. Okay. So I watched Earth's... What does that say? I watched Earth's something, The Most Powerful Magical Circle, Earth's new something. Earth's newest and most powerful magical circle, 7 Deadly Steps of Possession. There was the 8:56 to 11:36 a.m. Ek worship service. And Ek can mean whatever you want, basically. God is a verb, in particular, is what I intend it to mean. And so that program was on the audio broadcast version of the X Springtime Seminar. And on Holy Ground. And so I watched also, swearing at the right hand path, fornication, unlawful carnal knowledge. Well, fornia, unlawful carnal knowledge, is really what that abbreviation means, but people like to use sexual and dirty bathroom sort of language in their swearing. I guess it's not as bad as using the name of God in secular context, or if you're going to think about that with the shackles of something. There was a Why God Hates You video. So, April the 6th, I read page 61 through 120 of 978-06035-011-747. Okay. Orange scent offering representing cleansing. Enochian key 19. Ather 22. 10:56 p.m. to 1:04 a.m. on the Tuesday. It was Enochian Author 15. Thursday the 9th. I also meditated with it. I don't know why you have Tuesday listed and Thursday, because if I started on... Okay, but anyways. Great Ideas of Philosophy, 2nd edition, 29 through 32, and I, also on the Tuesday. How to Exploit EA Coetting. By exploit means he's charging for... that was when he started charging for consultations and rituals to get a wider audience of people involving themselves in that process. I listened to Surah 36 to 39, Sayyid Abu Alala Madui, and on Tuesday it was 40 to 46. And also on the Tuesday we have orange, scent offering representing love, lime, modesty. The night a demon crept into my bed room to hunt me. Okay. Dereus meant the Zoroastrian chaplain at Harvard. What is Zoroastrianism? I sometimes try to keep up with everything that's available on the internet in regard to that. Well, not everything, but, certainly the stuff with some English or stuff that's just reciting those scriptures. But I read 57 through 115 of A History of Zoroastrianism. Wednesday, it was 116 through 173. Manakji Nusservanji Dala. And on that Wednesday, the 8th, Enochian Key 19, Author 19. 10:05 to 11:23 a.m. Orange scent offering, wealth. Lime scent offering, friendship. Listen to Sayyid Abu Alala Maududi, Surah 47 through 53. I watched The Great Ideas of Philosophy, 29 through 32. Energy work and soul travel, full seminar. Okay, an EA Coetting video. And so on the 9th, I watched 29 through 32, The Great Ideas of Philosophy, My Escape from Hellish Child Abuse by full testimony, an EA co-editing program. Abuse can still haunt a person, so it's apparent from his most recently released video that it still does. Well, I'm not on his Patreon, so I don't know how much other materials not on that. Supernatural Science, 2:15. Through the Wormhole, 2:5. I listened to Sayyid Abu al-Maududi, Surah 54 through 66. You know, the translator, and then there was and there's Arabic too. Orange Scent Offering, Brighten Disposition. Lime, Anti-Poisoning. Read Surah 31 with the Muhammad Asad translation and explanation. On the Friday, I read 174 to 232 of History of Zoroastrianism, Surah 62 and 63 of the Rashid Khalifa translation to Father and commented on it. I listened to Surah 67 through 77 of the Sayyid Abu al-Maududi, Passion Flower, representing spiritual houses. I don't know, maybe it's astrological reference, but let's not think that the patterns in the sky are going to force our character or uncover who we really are if people find out our birthday or something. I watched 29 through 32, The Great Ideas of Philosophy, The Truth About Magic Grimoires. Yeah, quitting. Okay, so opening your Ajna chakra to see spirits. Kill your guru because initiation is, well, fill in the swear words there. Well, I'm not saying you have to, but I'm saying, you know, if you want to be of typical, like, 5th grader or something. So Saturday, the 11th of April, this, in addition to those 29 through 32 of The Great Ideas of Philosophy, we have The Secrets of Norse Magic, full seminar. I listened to Sayyid Abu al-Maududi, Surah 78 through 114. Orange Scent Offering. What does that say? Stomach? Something about the stomach? Hospitality is the symbolism of lime. 8:58 a.m. to 12 p.m. We have Enochian Key 19, Author 21, read 233 to 292 of History of Zoroastrianism, and the next day 293 to 349, and we have Enochian Key 19, Author 19, 9:58 to 10:19 a.m., and Youthful Quality, okay,